5 reasons to love the drawings of Ralph Steadman. Today we're diving into the wild, chaotic and brilliantly unique world of English artist Ralph Steadman. If you've ever seen his splattered ink drawings, you'll know immediately why he's considered one of the most iconic cartoonists and illustrators of the last century. Ralph Steadman was born in 1936 in Wallasey, Cheshire, England. He grew up during World War II and started working as a technical illustrator before finding his true calling as a cartoonist and satirical artist. Over time, he built a reputation as a fearless critic of politics, power and hypocrisy, armed only with ink, paper and his wild imagination. Now let's talk about why his work deserves your love. Reason 1. The controlled chaos. At first glance, Steadman's drawings look like complete chaos. Ink splashes, crooked lines and distorted figures that feel on the verge of collapse. But here's the trick, it's intentional. He's famous for using what he called creative accidents, splattering ink randomly and then bending it into figures, faces or surreal forms. This method gives his work an untamed, alive quality. You feel the energy exploding off the page. His art reminds us that drawings don't need to be neat or polished to be powerful. Sometimes the rawest mess can be the truest expression. Reason 2. Raw emotional honesty. Steadman doesn't draw people to make them look good. He draws them to make them look real. His portraits exaggerate flaws. Bulging eyes, twisted mouths, grotesque noses. Instead of hiding ugliness, he shoves it right in your face. It's uncomfortable, but it's also honest. Politicians look corrupt. Celebrities look absurd, and authority figures are stripped of their polish. Through distortion, he tells a deeper truth about human nature, that emotional honesty makes his work unforgettable. But this honesty also captures the idiosyncrasies of more than just humans. In these illustrations of birds, you can feel the personalities and peculiarities of each species as we flick through the pages of the book. Reason 3. Collaboration with Hunter S. Thompson. One of the defining chapters of his career was meeting Hunter S. Thompson, the legendary American journalist and writer. Together they created the look and feel of Gonzo journalism. Take this text from Thompson, for example. There was madness in any direction, at any hour, if not across the bay, then up the Golden Gate or down 101 to Los Altos or La Honda. You could strike sparks anywhere. There was a fantastic universal sense that whatever we were doing was right, that we were winning. And that, I think, was the handle, that sense of inevitable victory over the forces of old and evil. Not in any mean or military sense. We didn't need that. Our energy would simply prevail. There was no point in fighting, on our side or theirs. We had all the momentum. We were riding the crest of a high and beautiful wave. If you've read Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, you've probably seen Steadman's hallucinatory illustrations. Characters melting into ink pools, monstrous caricatures of gamblers and politicians. His drawings didn't just support Thompson's words, they gave them a visual counterpart, amplifying the madness. There he goes, one of God's own prototypes, a high-powered mutant of some kind, never even considered for mass production, too weird to live and too rare to die. That partnership made Steadman intentionally famous and proved that illustration can be as essential to storytelling as the written word itself. Reason 4. His political and social commentary. Steadman has always been more than an illustrator. He's a social critic. From the 1960s onwards, he created some of the fiercest political cartoons of his era. His ink-stained monsters lampooned greed, corruption and war, often in ways that polite satire couldn't. What makes his commentary so effective is its brutality. He doesn't soften the blow, he makes powerful people look grotesque and ridiculous, exposing the ugliness of systems that hurt ordinary people. His art is both funny and disturbing, forcing you to confront uncomfortable truths. In many ways, Steadman's work is visual protest, proof that art can bite back. Reason 5. Inspiring artistic freedom. The final reason to love Ralph Steadman's art is what it teaches us about freedom. His style shows that you don't need to follow the rules to be great. Mistakes can become part of the masterpiece. Ink splatters, torn paper, and messy strokes can carry more truth than a perfectly polished line. For young artists, Steadman is a role model for creative courage. He shows us that you don't have to be neat, you don't have to be pretty, and you don't have to fit in to the traditional idea of art. What matters is being bold, being honest, and letting the ink speak for itself. So we've got one bonus reason as well, which is that Steadman's career is incredibly diverse. Beyond political cartoons and Fear and Loathing, he's illustrated children's books, Shakespeare, Alice in Wonderland, wine labels, even the Book of Animals we've been flicking through today. And no matter the subject, his style transforms it into something unforgettable. That versatility shows just how much impact one artist can have when they embrace their own unique vision. So there you have it. 5 reasons to love Ralph Steadman's drawings. Number 1, controlled chaos. Number 2, raw emotional honesty. Number 3, his legendary partnership with Hunter S. Thompson. Number 4, political and social commentary. And number 5, his fearless artistic freedom. And of course, his incredible range is the bonus reason. If you haven't explored his work, start with Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas or his collections of political art. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe to Robbie Draws Things and drop a comment about which artist I should cover next.